Hey everybody, I'm Morgan. I own Jackalope Custom Designs. It's a custom design firm based in Fort Worth, Texas. If you ever want to build your dream home or something in your backyard, expand your garage, come check me out. JackalopeCustomDesigns.com. I can save you a bunch of money. Also, it's kind of fun there. I've been working on it quite a bit. Okay, today we are completing the project, or at least continuing the project that we started a while ago, last week, about designing the perfect home. This has been in my head for a long time, and I never really had, actually, I take that back. I've done a lot of different versions of it, but they've all been kind of pie in the sky kind of houses. Way too big, way too extravagant, way too much. And this time I'm going to try to be as realistic as possible, while at the same time giving at least myself the kind of space that I would like to have and arranging it in the way that I think is best. And hopefully all of you out there on YouTube recognize this is kind of interesting and want to see more of it, and if so, then I will continue to do more of it. I take that back. I'm going to be doing more of it whether or not you like it. It's what I do for a living. It's what I enjoy. It's drawing. I try to do as much of that every day as I can, and I feel like it might be something new for you guys to see. So that's why ultimately we're putting it together. I'm trying to be as casual as possible with these videos. I don't want it. You know what? AI is coming and it's going to start dominating the world with snappy, highly perfected pieces, marketing stuff, personalities. But they're going to be a long way from replicating real people doing real things, and I think that in the future that will become a lot more valuable, and I'm betting on it. Either way, I am who I am. These videos for a big part are for my little girls. Joe, Cindy, I love you so much. They are 4 and 5, about to be 5 and 6, and I want these also to be kind of a video blog of who I am as a person, the things that I do, try to teach them as many of my skills as possible, and I don't know, give them as much of my heart and soul and mind as possible. If that makes sense. It's not too preachy. But you guys out there, I'm streaming right now. It's Tuesday at 11 Central Time. If y'all are interested, come hang out with me. It'd be awesome to spend some time with some other people and to, chit-chat a little bit about what's going on, about the design, about the life. Talking about transparency. I had a disaster in my family last week. My poor phone. I was taking my little girls to their grandparents' house, and apparently my phone fell out of my pocket. And then I drove over it with my truck. It's really bad. Luckily it was all still usable, so I was able to get all my data off and whatever, but these are the kind of things life throws at you, and little curveballs that make it hard to just keep doing the basics. But we keep soldiering on, right? Okay, so I'm going to put on my silly little hat. I'm going to put this on so it doesn't leave a mark on my forehead. Last time I had a big square mark on my forehead. It was a little uncomfortable after a while too, so there's that. It looked like a miner. And I'm just going to leave that there filming me, and hopefully this is catching my fingers. And then we got my hopefully this is giving us everything we need here. Let's see. So first steps here. We're going to be working on the master bedroom today, and I've been thinking about this, and I decided that, well, first of all, these bedrooms don't have any closets, so I'm going to push some space into there, put some closets in. But then I was thinking about the back porch, and I don't want it to just be a flat back. I'd rather if it had a little like shade from wind. These are the kind of things people don't think about. And so I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to push some closets into here. Actually, let's do this. I just realized I have a movie playing this whole time. That's not good. Where is my controller? It's on the floor. Are they going to cite me for having this movie on here? Let's hope not. It left with some good ambiance in the beginning. Okay, here we go. So, we're going to push this out 2 foot 4 inches. That'll leave a 2 foot closet with a 4-inch wall. And then we're going to stretch this other one up 2 foot 4 inches. And then we're going to build the closets here. Yeah, my phone, man. It's always something, isn't it? Life can't be easy. Offset 3 foot 4 inches. No, offset 3 foot 8 inches. Yeah, like that. This is one of those work smarter, not harder things. I'll just do it once, and then I'll mirror it over to the other side. Yeah, like that. Closets. We got a Jack and Jill bath over here. That's going to be real nice. Okay, so master. And then what do we have here? Should I push that back even more? Doesn't seem like there's any need to, so I guess I'll leave it like that. Okay, so master bedrooms are hard because you never know how much space you want and where the best place to put it in. Let's see. Do I have a block of a bed that's sometimes nice to just put down a piece of furniture? Sorry, I push this up here so you can see what I'm doing. Furniture. There you go. King size bed. And then there's all sorts of logistics wrapped around the master bedroom. For instance, you do not want the master bed to be on the same wall as the master or the living room. That's not smart. Let's see. Let's make this a 15. Well, let's do it logistically. Let's say we got 2 feet of dressers, and we have 4 feet of walkway, and then we have the bed. And then what is that total? Oops. A little fumbly fingered today. Okay. So let's make this 13 feet. 13 feet. God, I'm fumbly today. 13 feet. Yeah, like that. And then I'm not like married to symmetry, but let's go ahead and just make that symmetrical with the other side. That. And is that? Yeah. Okay. Now, how much width do we need? I like to think that there's a nice little place in the back here for you to look out the window. So let's say there's 5 feet of that. And then 4 feet of bedside. Something like that. Something like that. Okay. I think that's a little too big, but I think that's nice. That's nice and comfy. I spend a lot of time in my bedroom. Okay, and then so we need a hallway here. And then what to do with this bathroom? Maybe the garage is over here on this side. It's a very wide house. That's often a problem. How wide is this? 80 feet wide. It's alright. We're dreaming here. It doesn't have to be perfection. Put a price tag on this one day, and then we can nibble at it to make it more reasonable. Okay, so I think this area is a really nice master bath area. There's that for a counter space. Bathtub. I think that's pretty. Oh, even here we can do a little. Something like that for a toilet closet. That's pretty nice. Let's see, we can do Something like that. And then this can come all the way down to here. And we got a counter. That's not too bad. I'll just say this whole thing is bathroom. Like that. Got some bathroom fixtures in there. A large master tub. All right in the center there. And then, no, that's not like this. People overlook linen closets a lot. I like all of my doorways to be full size if I can help it. I'm a big guy. So that's linen. Like that, and then everything else here is shower. That's okay, so I think I'm going to put, this is pretty big, I'm going to put a utility in it, or put a cabinet in up here at the top, between the master sinks, like that, and then 4-foot wide shower. Yeah. Nice big shower. And then hopefully this is still 2'8". That's not quite big enough. You know what? I did make this hallway extra wide. I could take 4 inches out of there. And we'll take 4 inches out of there. And that's how it's done. Like that. Linen closet. That. It's looking pretty sweet. I don't like that the toilet's like buttered up to the hallway, but it is a hallway. It's not like it's in the living room. Boy, they really push the live streams, but I really have my doubt if anybody even watches them, except for like Mr. Beast did one or something. No wonder, I bet YouTubers schedule their meals too around their streaming times. So they don't have grumbly bellies. Catch grumbly belly on the mic. Alright. Like that. Let's go ahead and put toilet in. Y'all can see what's going on here a little better. Six-inch wall for plumbing wall. I'm going to take those 2 inches out there too. Perfectly reasonable. And I'm going to add a little space there too. Let's add another 4 inches there. Okay. And then sinks. Mop sink. Just give me countersink. There. Like that. Like that. Alright, that's a pretty awesome shower, or bathroom. No, go away. That. And yeah. Okay. And then the rest of this is closet. 6 feet of closet. Yeah. It's bigger than what I have now. Okay. Now then. I think that this piece needs to be pushed up. But I really like the size of that pantry. Maybe get over here so I can get into the... Alright, let's just remove the bathroom. I think we'll just do a closet here. Closets are useful to filling up space too. Okay, we don't have a utility room. Let's go here. 5 feet. Put a bathroom right there by the door. I like that. And then 6 feet for a utility room. Like that. Because of you guys, I'm going too fast. 21-foot garage. How big is this? Oh, it's like perfect. Okay, and then go 21 feet forward like that. I'm probably making weird faces. Okay, and then so 2 feet of counter wait 3 feet of counter space. 2'6". Yeah, we'll just do that. That. And now it doesn't make a lot of sense to do that on the front of the house here, because then you're kind of limiting your windows, but I suppose 1B window, 2B windows, that'd be kind of cool, like next to each other. I think that's doable. Alright, now my only gripe is we got this big space here, so maybe that's office space. How big are these? I don't remember. How big did I make these? 12 by 12? Let's do that again. 12 feet. Alright. Now that makes sense. And then okay, we'll do that. That. Mm-hmm. Closets. Closet for here, closet for here. You got closets. Oh, wait, did this already have a closet? Let's switch those closets the other direction. There we go. I think that looks pretty good. Little cleanup. That looks pretty nice, actually. Lots of good closet space. Kept it tight. 10 inches. Let's just put that in. Okay, and then that can be where all the mechanical goes. I think that's pretty sweet, actually. See, it's hard because I usually talk to myself anyway while I'm drawing, but it's mostly to myself under my breath. So, if you hear me talking under my breath, that's what I'm actually like when I'm drawing. Talk to myself a little uncomfortably amount of time, actually. Oh, we don't need that extra space. Like that. Mm-hmm. I guess this is just a one-story house. I kind of prefer one-story houses personally. But then I suppose we could try to do a two-story version of it sometime. That'd be kind of neat. Change of pace. Iterate on this plan a little bit. Plumbing walls, plumbing walls. Uh-huh. That. Front door. Front door. Go ahead and set these windows up since I had the idea. I think that's kind of neat. Okay. Oh. Brick. Brick, 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 brick. Okay, and then this is what I think. Push this out a foot. Mirror this over 7 inches. This is what happens when you start getting smart at this. Nope. That. And then could have done the same thing there. Remember it for next time. Porch. I think that's fun. You can have a little garden right here. It's a perfect place to have a little garden. Alright, well, I think what I'll do is I'll spend a little bit more time in this video cleaning up. Garage door. And then in the next video I will tidy up a little bit more with the intention of starting the elevation. And then I'll do the front elevation. I don't know what these spaces here are for, but I kind of like them there. Like, here's a really good place to have like a side, like buffet, something like that. Like a nice little little meeting area next to the kitchen. I suppose I could wrap this all the way around or have on the sides. No, but then I'd be losing cabinetry. The cabinetry is pretty awesome here, so leave that. I just kind of like those spaces. I feel like they're usable. Anyway. Alright, that. Okay, let's just finish up these hallways. And then we'll just call this good, and we'll work on elevation next time. Which I know is what everybody really wants to see anyway. Even though this is the guts of the house, this is what makes the front elevation look like it does, and where the meat is at. Sorry, I don't often just like have conversations while I'm drawing. Okay. Yeah, those are nice closets. Very usable. They could be made into one big closet if you wanted to, but they're cool. How many bathrooms do we have? 1 bathroom, 2 bathrooms, 3 bathrooms. See, these are all like extra things. You'd go on like, oops, bump. You'd go on this like this forever. Like, do I want this amenity? Can I afford this amenity? Do I need this amenity? Mm-hmm. That. Little Jack and Jill action going on here. Six feet? I don't think I need 6 feet. Ow, this thing's starting to bother my forehead. Give me a headache. Maybe I'll leave it 3 feet. Ooh, that's not a lot of counter space there. Definitely take that space. I suppose I could just add on to this bedroom a little bit here. Just do 1 foot. That's not going to hurt anybody. There you go. Alright, well, I think that's good. It's a pretty sweet house. Lots of room for entertainment. Good security. Wish there was more of a windbreak in the back. Anyway, yeah, these things are never perfect. There's always a compromise between what you can afford and what makes sense and logistics of like, oh gosh, his hair. Logistics of how the rooms actually fit together and not leaving spaces or making odd decisions that affect the front elevation. Like I have these 2 closets on the side here. I guess I'll put some windows in those so that it's not just a blank spot on the front elevation. I don't know what the front elevation looks like anyway. But we'll figure that out for next time. Thanks everybody for watching. I really, I don't want to be... I'm here to be entertaining and to be motivating and to be educating. I do thank you for watching. I hope this has been a mutual situation. I hope that you've gotten something out of this, or at least to appreciate that I'm human. I'm a real person, guys. I'm not AI, I promise. And I never will be. I may use AI for logistics. I may use AI for idea generation. But I am wholehearted committed to making everything that I do real. In the real world, made by real hands. These hands right here. I hope in the future that comes off as a good thing. Look, it was giving me a forehead headache. Gotta figure out a better way to do that. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. Go check out my website, jackalopecustomdesigns.com. It's pretty fun. I've been adding a bunch to it. Soon you'll be able to buy some stuff there, and I've got a lot of designs that I've done in the past. Some really cool pop culture ones, if you're interested in that. And I'll see you next week. Bye, everybody.